You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
All writers are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of the short story through to the line edits of the full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it, there to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
You are listening live to the Vito and Vito Show. Disrespectful to the executive branch.
I would remind you that extremism in the defense of liberty is no vice.
Don't sign the damn deal, and the president won't.
Therefore, I do not believe that the majority can vote a man's life or property or freedom away from him.
And we're live here in the Vito and Vito Show. I am Vito.
And I'm Vito.
And this is the Vito and Vito Show, live from Brooklyn, New York. Come back. Come back. Our studio audience is walking out of here, Vito, as we currently speak. That's right, we have a live studio audience, and they're gone. So it's just us, Vito. We're back here in the studio. That's right, the Vito and Vito Show 2. College-age millennial conservatives have a liberal hellhole, Brooklyn, New York, where we're bringing you the perspectives of freedom, Individualism.
We're defending the principles of liberty, individualism, and freedom.
And free markets.
And free markets, that's
right?
you.
And, yeah.
And Donald Trump.
All right, okay. Everybody stop.
And
okay.
more freedom.
All right, this has turned into an absolute disaster within the first minute of the program.
Because you decided to take my line.
Yeah, that was Vito's line. So, want to do it again?
See, no, you see, we have a teleprompter for a reason, folks. And Vito's dyslexic.
Ah.
So he kind of mumbled up the words there.
You know what? Let's do it again. From the top.
You are listening live to the Vito and Vito Show. Disrespectful to the executive branch.
I would remind you that extremism in the defense of liberty is no vice.
Don't sign the damn deal, and the president will...
Therefore, I do not believe that the majority can vote a man's life or property or freedom away from him.
And we're live here in the Vito and Vito Show. I'm Vito.
And I'm Vito.
That's better.
There you go.
And you're listening live to the Vito and Vito Show. Give us a follow at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Vito and Vito Show, and allow my co-host to explain what you're listening to.
You're listening to two college-age millennial conservative libertarians out of liberal hellhole, Brooklyn, New York, where we are committed to defending the principles of liberty, free markets, and individualism. We all know punches on the show.
Oh, my God,
Just because I took a second pause doesn't mean I forgot the lines.
Well, you kind of did.
No, there's a comma there.
Comma.
Comma means a short pause. You do not take English class
You
in
sounded,
elementary
well,
school.
you didn't sound so certain about that pause, Charlie.
Oh, please. I know what I'm doing. I do it every week.
Uh-huh. All right, anyway, so for those of you who don't know, we tried doing that intro again. Vito and Vito Show. Give us a follow, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Vito and Vito Show.
You think we do this for about, 3 years now or so?
Yeah,
our
long
anniversary's
time.
coming up.
It is?
Yeah, I remember February 6th was our first show. It's Ronald Reagan's birthday.
Ah, that's right.
I remember it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's going to make 3 years in a couple weeks.
Damn, 3 years.
Can you believe that?
Wow.
It's like a marriage. I'm sick of them already.
Yeah, I know. I want a divorce, Vito.
We need marriage
Let's
counseling.
go. We're going right now to divorce court. That's right. We're going to divorce court here on the Vito and Vito Show. No, not. All right. We got a great show lined up for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun show. We're talking about Donald Trump at his press conference. He hasn't given one since, I think, July, right? It's been since the summertime.
Oh, a while. Definitely since he won the election.
Absolutely. Donald Trump giving out a press conference. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to talk about what he talked about. What else you got there?
He gets sworn in next Friday,
Mm-hmm.
so we can talk about that. The fake news has been going around because Donald Trump went going back and forth, I believe, with BuzzFeed and CNN. We can talk about that.
2 hack organizations.
Yep.
Been calling out for years. Thank God. We finally have a president who's going to stand up to the media like
Isn't
this.
that great? Obama had his last press conference.
There was more. I think Obama talked about himself like over 70 times. He mentioned his achievements.
Well, it's his achievements. That's in quotations.
Ah.
Hey, it's his last time. I guess he feels he might as well talk about it. Right. I mean, he also gave, an award to Joe Biden?
As the best vice president ever? Come on. Come on.
Hey, I have a couple of participation trophies upstairs.
Ah, you're good. Oh! I like this. This is good. All right, so we have it's going to be a fun show tonight. All right. And then we got to forget about it moments later on in the program. So it's going to be a good show, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you believe this? Did you hear that Hillary Rodham Clinton is apparently, they say that she might run for mayor of New York City?
I know. If I wanted, listen to me. Shoot me now. Honestly, shoot me now. The
you
last
get
thing.
away with those buttons.
We got a little sound effects thing here. This is a lot of fun.
Technology.
So this is going to be absolutely awful. Why would Hillary Clinton? Every time we say her name, I'm going to do that. Every time I hear Hillary Clinton, this is what you're going to hear on the
play a
video.
drinking game then.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah,
Every time we say that, get a shot. Take a shot, right? Take a shot.
I'm funny.
You're hysterical. I think I got something here for you.
Thank you.
Rounding round of applause there for Vito.
Oh, yeah, there were the Golden Globes, too, right? Meryl Streep had a little conversation.
Meryl Streep is a moron. We're going to talk about liberal Hollywood, and we're going to talk about all that.
I think she's a good actress.
I think she's a great actress. She really is. But she's a fool. She's an absolute fool.
I just hate when people take opportunities like that to bash in politics. That one, it's opinion-based to a degree. So people hate Donald Trump, but then people love Donald Trump. So, it's either one or the other. So you're pushing your opinion on somebody. And another thing, she is so cocky, so arrogant, not to not to spend the time thanking whoever for the award. But to go off topic and then you don't have to worry about that. I'm just talking about Donald Trump. Are you kidding me?
I mean, listen. He's a bad kid. Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan of what she did. It was arrogance, really. That's what it was. Meryl Streep pulled a very arrogant display, and people were going after her. And it reminds me of what Denzel Washington said. about a month ago. He said, I'm going to paraphrase it for you. Making a movie is not hard. Try sending your son off to Iraq. Or try sending your kid off to Iraq. That's hard. You know, making a movie is a privilege. It's a gift. It's easy.
I wouldn't say it's easy.
No, but you know what I mean. You know, it's compared to the other struggles of life when people get all into their little spiel about.
Do that because you can compare anything like that logically. Anything.
Are you disagreeing with Denzel Washington? Are you going up against one of the greatest actors of our lifetimes?
Well, yeah, because you just went against one of the greatest actresses of our lifetime.
All right, whatever. So I see you're on Team Meryl. I'll be on Team
No,
Denzel.
I'm not on any team.
Put them in a ring, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, we get acting. No, I'm saying
Meryl Streep versus Denzel Washington on the Vito and Vito show.
No, because okay, we get obviously it's tough going to war, sending your son to war as a soldier. We understand that, but all right, being an actor, sometimes it's a challenge. You know, there's good actors, bad actors, but you can use it for any logic, anything. Most people in this world never come close to any of the struggle or challenges that a soldier does. So we understand that. So what? Only soldiers and cops and firefighters and people who risk their lives in combat?
No, I don't think we ever said that. I think the point is that try sending your kid off to war. That's a lot harder than making a movie. Meryl Streep is going to hold her head up high as if she did something wonderful.
But I think that's the hardest thing you can do for any person.
All right.
Doesn't matter who you are.
All right. We also have Mark Wahlberg said something also. Said something to like Hollywood, the liberals, they're out of touch with the common man, and they are 100% right as evidence in this election.
That's why I like Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. And the Funky Bunch?
Yeah,
See,
I love Marky Mark.
We could play their song, but I think we'd be sued.
So let's not do that.
For copyright infringement.
But I encourage people to go on YouTube and Google up Marky Mark.
I encourage people to buy the song. How about that?
You go out and buy the record.
That's right. I don't want to be... because I think now we're telling people to commit a crime. Are we allowed to do that? Are we allowed legally to do that?
Maybe if it's on Vivo, is it legal?
I don't know. Here we go. So we'll get off the sidetrack.
Go out and buy the record.
Go buy the record. Yeah, go buy the vinyl.
I still buy records.
Do you?
Yeah. Ask me what the last record I bought. For them.
Okay, what was the last record you bought?
The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones.
Yeah, they came out with a new album last month.
What was
bought it? The vinyl, Blue and Lonesome. I bought the vinyl and the box that came with the little booklet. Yes.
Congratulations, Vito. We're proud of you.
In British pounds, and it came overseas.
Well, how was it? Since we're on this topic, might as well explain it. How was it?
Sure, I'll talk about it.
Go ahead.
It's a beautiful album. I love it.
Is that it?
Yes. Actually, we could play the whole album here and just turn it into a whole music station.
All right, so here we go. So Vito and Vito, let's go ahead and get to work. First things first, Donald Trump has a big press conference, and he calls out CNN and BuzzFeed. I couldn't believe what the Donald did, Vito. I thought it was amazing. He also tweeted out about 11 hours ago, because that Twitter is going to be hotter than, hotcakes. CNN is in a total meltdown with their fake news, big capital letters, because their ratings are tanking since election, and their credibility will soon be gone! Exclamation point. I love the way he tweets.
Yeah, because he's right. And we haven't seen this with any other president or really elected official.
No, I love the way he tweets.
Oh, yeah.
Like, their credibility will be gone! Exclamation point. Well, Megyn Kelly is a bimbo. Who's going to CNN, by the way? Not CNN. NBC. Excuse me.
And they might cancel Young and the Restless, was it? Or The Days of Our Lives?
Days of Our Lives. They might cancel a soap opera that's been on for years to make room for Megyn, the loser, bimbo Kelly. I didn't like her. I didn't like her on Fox. I wasn't a fan. I mean, she had some compelling...
I didn't really listen.
You know what I mean. You don't watch any of this stuff. But I got to say, Megyn Kelly... I like that she was confrontational with some of the people. That was fine. She gave some good exposés. But I didn't think she was all that great. I think, honestly, when she started doing the debates, she went after Donald Trump specifically.
Well, I think a lot of people did.
Yeah, but, Megyn Kelly was the first one to do it. That was the first debate.
Yeah. But
so
if it wasn't her, it was going to be somebody else immediately.
But I wasn't happy with how Megyn Kelly handles herself in that debate.
No. I just think she's attractive. I like looking at her.
I think she's gorgeous, absolutely.
She deserves a TV show.
She deserves Unbelievable. She's a bimbo, in the words of Donald Trump.
No, please, everyone's a bimbo.
Anyway, so CNN getting called out by Donald Trump. CNN, they went back and forth. You can check out the video at Vito and Vito, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's on there. You can look at the confrontation between Donald Trump and the CNN reporter, Jake Acosta. They went back and forth with one another. Yes, okay, Vito, we'll tweet it out. No big deal.
Of course.
All right, there you go. I'm sure we can go back and find it. We'll just tweet it right now. It's.
I'm on it.
Yeah, you're on it.
I'll do it right now.
You know what? The more and more I see somebody like Donald Trump, the more and more happier I am that I voted for the man. I'll tell you why. Here's a guy that is not going to deal with the nonsense. I mean, the media is going to throw stuff at him, but he's not going to deal with it. He's not going to deal with the nonsense and the BS that is thrown his way. They're going to lie, they're going to spin, they're going to cheat him, and he's the only man that's got to stand up right now and stand by his ground, and I'm happy that he's doing that. Because for years we've been told that these politicians have to talk with a filter. Donald Trump is really talking without a filter. And it's very refreshing. So that is something that is still true to the Donald, which is amazing considering the fact that we've been told through different media outlets and pundits and commentators and whatever that Trump is going to have to go back on his word. In this instance, he really hasn't. And I'm proud of that.
Yeah, so far so good. I'd love to see when he takes the oath of office and do the next 4 to possibly 8 years of his presidency. There's going to be some fun press conferences. Definitely some animated times. His PR team's going to have some fun.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good time. Let's bring in
he takes no BS.
He doesn't. I think that's one of the things about Donald Trump that's so refreshing. Let's bring in a longtime Trump supporter to the program. Yeah, long time. That's right. We're calling him up.
Come on down.
Come on down. It's Connor. What's up, Connor?
How's it going? What's up?
Give the people your Twitter handle. They like the Twitters.
Oh, that's at Conflicts. At CONF1ICTZ.
All right. Are you saying you're a conflict?
Conflict of interest.
Aha. Too much to handle, is that what you're saying?
Well, Donnie's a conflict right now, so I guess I could be one.
Well, what does that mean, he's a conflict?
Oh, he's just causing problems, man.
Oh, what do you mean
Good problems. Good problems.
All right.
Calling him out. He's
All right.
calling him out.
Refresh the listener's memory. You were a Donald Trump supporter when?
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning.
That first day. Since that day he came down the escalator.
All right, since day one, coming down the escalator. Coming down the escalator. Who?
Donald Trump coming down the escalator. It looks like, oh my God, what did I just do?
Like
he just went all in.
I think after he started meeting with Obama, remember that? He started meeting with the president?
Yeah, we ain't really sunk in. Like,
yeah,
right,
then he's like, oh boy.
All right. Obama's like briefing him on everything. He's like, damn.
Yeah.
This is a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, I think it's going to be complicated, but I think he can handle it. Anyway, so Connor, Donald Trump comes out, calls out CNN yesterday and BuzzFeed. What'd you think of that?
I loved it. I'll tell you why, because BuzzFeed is a failing pile of garbage.
That's right.
And they are so left and so liberal and such a bunch of, I want to say, I can't even say what I want to say, but they are a pile of garbage. Mm-hmm. And they're really, it's just, I feel like Donald Trump needed to do it. I'm glad he did that. And it will continue to show that the media is so much controlled by the left, and that needs to change.
I mean, well, absolutely. BuzzFeed, let's just get one thing straight. Who reads BuzzFeed? You read that crap?
No, well, the articles you see on BuzzFeed are like, oh, the top 5 wine bars in the city, or
let's play a game. Let's pull it up. BuzzFeed. Let's just see what we got here.
It's all like stupid stuff and
more
social stuff. No, you don't go there for politics.
Hold on. They have a politics section. They grew.
But that's not where you go for politics.
Hold on. This ought to be good. Let's go ahead here and just have some fun. So I'm getting this from BuzzFeed right now. Only a true 90s kid can get 14 out of 16 on this spelling quiz.
Actually, I'm a 90s kid. You want to click on that?
No, I'm not doing this now. Okay, let's see. 20 things French tourists are told to do on their first visit to the USA. Have a corn dog.
You clicked on that? What?
I did. I clicked on it, and there's a picture of something here. And there's like a little description. Because nothing says America like deep-fried questionable meat on a stick. All right, cute, whatever.
True. But why for the French?
Number 2, eat in a diner. The point that I'm trying to make here is that there's a heading, a picture, and and it's a sentence. So I don't see how anybody can get a job at BuzzFeed. It requires no skill. Zip.
It's a pile of garbage.
You want to talk about the short attention span and the decay of society?
It's all numbered in lists.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to sit there and read. But did you actually read the article? Apparently, what BuzzFeed broke about Donald Trump and Russia?
What did they say?
It's just hearsay. I heard
that
Russia.
Where'd you hear this from? Go ahead.
No, this is what I heard. Apparently, that BuzzFeed wrote that Russia was blackmailing Donald Trump because they had a video of Donald Trump and a couple of prostitutes giving him a golden shower.
Wait, what? What's a golden shower? Vito?
Yeah, Vito, explain that to the good people at home.
See, on Saturday nights, Vito usually...
Go ahead.
A golden shower is when different people urinate on you for sexual pleasure. I said that in the most kid-friendly way possible. Don't Google it. Don't go to imagery. don't do that. Just take my word for it. And did Donald Trump do that? Maybe. Maybe not. Are the Russians blackmailing him? I highly doubt it.
You want to know who is blackmailing Donald Trump?
Who? Does it have to do with golden showers?
Yeah, John McCain.
John McCain gave him a golden shower?
No. Okay, you see, this is the fake news thing. Okay,
anybody could cut this up right here. And just
they have a field day.
Vito, John McCain, golden shower. Boom, there you go. BuzzFeed. It's
BuzzFeed. Yeah, there you go. That's the BuzzFeed story right there. But John McCain was the one who was giving intel to Russia on damaging information about Donald Trump. So you believe that? So you want to talk about a traitor, John McCain, who was saying this for years. John McCain has to go. He has to go. I mean, the more and more like this stuff cracks up, the more and more angry it is, and nobody in the media is going to report this.
And then you have John McCain's butt buddy, Lindsey Graham.
Vito.
What?
Butt that's the word you're going to use?
Golden shower buddy? Is that better?
They keep saying Lindsey Graham is gay. I'm going to say he's not.
Oh, I think so.
Why?
He's a kid Lindsay. Lindsay Lohan.
Oh! You're hysterical. I get it. So
he bothers me. I like Lindsey Graham. John McCain bothers me too. He almost ran me over. We had this story before.
Explain.
At I think it was Values Voters Summit. John McCain's barreling through. He's crazy. Like, move, everyone move. I'm not moving. I'm pretty big. Can't really move me. Then all of a sudden, I see John McCain running right past me. He's like, I'm sorry. I don't want to run over my... He's like, that's how I lose votes. I'm like, good. I don't like you.
Unbelievable.
You know, he can't really pick up his arms.
Vito. We have here an interesting situation is developing, and the question is, how is Donald Trump going to handle it? People are criticizing him, saying he's not being very presidential. I say the man is not presidential, and the point is to be. Commentators on CNN,
saying that Trump's not
NBC, some on Fox are saying that he's not presidential in his tweeting and his going like back and forth to reporters on BuzzFeed and CNN. I say the man has defied political logic for years. Why? Why should he sit here and have to follow the same old, same old? He doesn't need it. So leave him alone. Let him do what he has to do. And if that means shaking things up by going after the media like he did, good for him. People are saying that this is the end of the press. It's over in America for the press. The First Amendment is done.
No.
You know, the same people on the left who want to ban the First Amendment, the same people on the left who are aching and seeking to pretty much have safe spaces and trigger warnings.
Like One-Eyed Harry.
Right, exactly. One-Eyed Harry seeking to ban the First Amendment. The more and more these people are going to continue and claim that it's hate speech anytime you disagree with them, are now the same people standing up saying, Donald Trump saying to the media that you're fake news. I'm not going to take any questions from you because I don't respect you as a news organization.
But he's doing
that's going to
illegitimate news sources.
That's going to undermine the First Amendment. Is ridiculous. Is it
illegitimate?
illegitimate?
Yeah, but why would you take questions from BuzzFeed, who just wrote an article about you getting blackmailed by the Russians and Putin for having a golden shower with prostitutes?
I mean, it's all negative.
Is that legit?
I mean, you go back.
Or CNN, all this fake news stuff? No. The Times, the New York Daily News, all these tabloids, all this BS they're spewing, that's not real press. That's not real media and news. It's BS.
I mean,
just big headlines, and they cut things up just to sell.
If you go back and you look at the stuff with BuzzFeed and stuff like that, and you just look at the Obama administration, they never said one bad thing about the president. But they will continue to say bad things about Donald Trump and any type of Republican because they are nothing but a radical leftist organization. So screw BuzzFeed, screw CNN, let's go Donald Trump, keep standing your ground. We come back here to the Vito and Vito Show more. Not going anywhere.
Who might you save?
Your mother, your father, your husband, uncle, aunt, son.
Learn FAST, F-A-S-T, the sudden signs of a stroke, and you could save.
Your friend, teacher, boss.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. F-A-S-T. That's F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in the recovery of
Your neighbor, the waiter, grandmother, grandfather.
So learn FAST, the sudden signs of a stroke, then pass it on, because you never know who might save you.
Your wife, your colleague.
Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org, brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel?
Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the California Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
Fighting the Common Core standards? Need a powerful tool to help inform others on this harmful education initiative? You're covered with Common Ground on Common Core, the collection of essays by 20 top education experts and activists. Reviewers call it the best single resource on the topic. You can share it with literally anyone. Order your print or digital copy of Common Ground on Common Core today. Just visit resoundingbooks.org. That's resoundingbooks.org. And get $2 off when you tell them Vito and Vito sent you. Paid for by Resounding Books Pack.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ReadyPA.org, brought to you by ReadyPA Female.
And we're back here on the Vito. I rather you're not.
Unbelievable.
Welcome back, Vito and Vito. Here we're talking about Obamacare. And as Nancy Pelosi calls it, the GOP's cut-and-run strategy for Obamacare. Vito.
We were talking about Obamacare?
Now we are.
Alrighty.
Let's go ahead and talk about this. Yes, Obamacare on the table, on the chopping block. It's time to get rid of this. Are you finally happy? First of all, I'm surprised at the House and Senate for actually considering this. Because normally these people are going to continue to talk and do nonsense. And finally we're talking about repealing and replacing one of the worst pieces of legislation ever to be signed into law in the United States history. A failing pile of garbage.
Well, I'm
exactly.
not surprised the House is agreeing, because I think the House voted like 100 times to repeal it.
Well, now, finally, they're moving forward on this.
Yeah, because Obama has, what, 8 days left in office?
Oh, thank God.
The countdown.
God. We'll see you later. Here's the cheering section. You hear that? Next week, Donald will be president of the United States. How cool is that? Finally. Anyway. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time in this country. Anyway, so, yeah, let's talk about Obamacare. So the House and the Senate pushing forward to repeal Obamacare. I'm very happy. The question is, there is a push by Democrats. If you're going to repeal it, we get it. You better have something to replace it with. What do you think the GOP should include in there?
Well, replace it, you mean at a federal level? I disagree with that.
All right, well, here you go. Rand Paul is pledging to roll out an Obamacare replacement bill this week as GOP lawmakers rush to nick the health care law. The Kentucky senator argued Monday that the law must be replaced with real market reforms. He tweeted out, "This week I'll unveil a replacement to Obamacare. As agreed with real Donald Trump, we must replace it with real market reforms. Details coming." So Paul is in the process of going there and trying to work with Donald and the GOP in order to come up with a brand new health care law. Thank God. Finally, and who's better to basically write this law than Rand Paul? I mean, the man is a superstar when it comes down to defending the free market and the principles of liberty. So I love it. Love it. And this is what I want to see. I want to see the people coming together, fighting, and finding a way to get rid of this law. Because it really needs to get out of the way. Paul hasn't put any details in, but he said he is working on it. The freedom to choose inexpensive insurance free of government dictates, that's what Paul wrote in an op-ed, that the law will be replaced with, quote, freedom. So, it's good.
I like that.
He backed allowing unlimited savings and health savings accounts, which are important, and buying insurance across state lines, which is also important. But I want to see just what these reforms are going to be about. The more and more we continue to talk about Obamacare, the more and more excited I am, because we're finally seeing the repeal of a dead law. What else do I want to see go under the Trump administration for talking about the repealing of terrible legislation? Dodd-Frank has to go. It has restricted lenders tremendously. Over and over again, if we could find a way to come together and get rid of that law, we are going to open up investment in the United States. I also want to see Trump lower taxes in this country. He has a great tax plan. Hopefully it'll get put into fruition. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Donald is going to do.
I mean, we know he's going to keep the pre-existing conditions in certain parts of Obamacare.
Well, I know, and this is the thing that people continue to yell about. Trump never said that he was going to, when he said he was going to keep parts of Obamacare, well, he was going to keep parts that can be considered politically okay. I mean, how do you take health care away, the pre-existing condition thing? Politically, it's a bad idea in the market sense. I totally understand. At the same time, I see where Trump's coming from.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, and I want it to be gone.
Ideally, we want the whole thing gone, and the government have nothing to do with health care.
It is what it is. We're going to have to just go ahead there and deal with it. But nonetheless, Trump is going to fight for that, and we'll see where that goes. What else, the more and more I see the president-elect, soon to be president officially, the more and more I continue to see him stand up to not just the Obama administration, but most importantly the left and their horrific policies. Policies that destroy the middle class, destroy hard-working families. The more and more I continue to see that, the more and more happier I am as an American. The more and more happy I am that I voted for the Donald, the same way that I'm happy with him getting out there, punishing BuzzFeed and CNN, calling them out in a way. That's what I want to say. So the more and more I continue to see Donald Trump stand up and fight, the better off I think this country is going to be. And I'm happy. I can't wait to see his first thing. Those first 100 days. His first 100-day plan was great when he released it back in Gettysburg. The question is, what is he going to do actually for the first 100 days? So I have great faith in Donald Trump. We'll see where it goes. I want to move off now to Ted Cruz, senator from Texas. Ted Cruz, Vito, did you see this?
What happened there with Ted?
Lion Ted. No, I love Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz coming out. Ted Cruz said, Ted Cruz unveiled a plan to get a constitutional amendment passed that would allow for term limits. So there's somebody who's going
for Congress.
For Congress.
Yeah, I like that.
Congressional term limits. Ted Cruz introduces constitutional amendment on congressional term limits. The senator, along with Representative Ron DeSantis from Florida, introduced a constitutional amendment that would impose term limits on members of Congress following up a proposal made back in December. Senators would be limited to 2 terms, 12 years total, and representatives to 3, 6 years total. I'm happy about this. Rubio, Mike Lee, David Perdue, Tom Tillis, Ron Johnson, Deb Fischer, they all signed on and co-sponsored this. So this is important going forward. Trump is on board here with a amendment to impose term limits. The question, Vito, is it okay in a democracy or republic like ours to stick term limits on the people's choices?
Yes.
Why?
Well,
I mean, if the people continue to vote for the same person over and over again, what's the problem?
Well, they're going to be in office forever. We have career politicians like we do today. It's basically become like a dictatorship, or a reign. Mm-hmm. These people are in charge of their states, their districts. You need new people, and you got John McCain over there, who's in since, 1820 or so? And he's doing this. He's not doing anything. He's just causing problems. And people just vote. 90% of incumbents win re-election. People don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. They just vote for the same guy because they know the name. Mm-hmm. That's not right. You need some fresh blood in there.
Absolutely.
Politics is got to be new and Current. Why do you think the president has term limits? But then again, Congress is more powerful, according to the Constitution, in certain ways.
The argument is that if I continue to vote for the same person over and over again, why do I need... And I want that person to continue to serve, why should I not be allowed to vote for them?
But that's such a small minority of people who actually genuinely like the person.
Well, how do you know? I mean, take a look at Chuck Schumer. He gets voted time and time and time again.
Yeah, but how many of those voters are just voting because they know the name? My parents didn't. They go, I know Chuck, he's on TV, he says nice stuff. You don't know anything the man does. Really?
Good.
Is that what we want? Connor, what do you think?
No, I was going to say, basically how I look at it, I think Donald Trump with the term limits, if he does that, is going to be amazing, because then it really becomes by the people, for the people. It's a competition between everyone. Right now, it's kind of like an oligarchy almost. I feel like the same 400 people are going to get voted every single time. They always get voted in every time.
But the question is, what's wrong with having those 400 people voted in? I'm just playing devil's advocate. Go ahead.
It's like they build a following, and then they just get so much money that they can't lose. It's sort of like, I feel like if...
Yeah, it deals with lobbying, too, because you don't have to worry about getting voted out, because you get, 90 to 95% of incumbents win a re-election. So you got John McCain, who's in there for countless amount of times. And you have to worry with the lobbyists, and he just takes money from wherever. He has special interests, this and that, insider trading, whatever he wants. And, they lose sight of the house. You lose touch with the people.
I look at it like this. I mean, if Donald Trump can become president of the U.S., then any Joe Schmo on the street, if he's a good person, can become a congressman or even a mayor or something. Something's good. That's just like by the people, for the people. That's how it should be.
This is a government by the people, for the people. But that goes away when you have people in office for 20, 30, 40 years, winning constantly, and don't have to worry about election. I mean, what was his name? Lost to Brat. I forgot his name right now, but he
Eric
lost.
Cantor.
Right,
Eric Cantor.
Eric Cantor. I believe he wasn't even in the district on election day.
He wasn't.
He was in D.C.
Yeah.
So you don't even care about election day. You're not even in your district? You're not even in your state?
But the point that you're all missing, in a way, is, again, the will of the people. If they want to continue to vote in a corrupt person like that,
yeah, but
why is their will not to be respected?
If the people want to vote in, then don't we have a pure democracy for president? We have an electoral college. So
I'm talking about the Senate and the Congress.
Right, but if you're going to support that with that logic, don't you want to get rid of the electoral college then?
Oh, good point. Look at that. That's good. And just to say, I'm a devil's advocate here. I'm strongly in favor of term limits, but good point.
Well, I just want to point.
But people, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but people who do play devil's advocate, who actually believe this, like the liberals, they do want to get rid of the electoral college. As you saw after Donald Trump won, people want to get rid of it. Like, oh, it's not fair. Blah blah blah.
It wasn't they wanted to get rid of it, Vito. Be fair. I mean, they wanted to demolish it. I mean, look what they did to Chicken. Oh, wait for it. Oh, that's better. All right, go ahead.
Well, I just want to point something out. I mean, the world is constantly changing, so I feel like having new minds definitely brings something to the table. Even if you have Congress on a 5-term limit, it's still better than having them on a infinite limit. No limit. You know what I'm saying? Even because the world's constantly changing. You want new people with new ideas rather than the same guy over and over and over again. And it'll actually work out better because you'll be forced to make a decision and be more active in politics rather than looking at the ballot and just checking off a name. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, we get it. There you go. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm out. All right, there you go.
And politics is not for a career because in certain states, I think New Hampshire, certain parts of the assembly or local politics, and many years ago when the country was first founded, you don't get paid to be in government. You get paid very little. This is not a career job. This is not a career. This is not what you do for your entire life. Today, because there's no term limits, you can win, and you can stay in there forever, and you can make a living off it and get pay raises and this and that. We see this in local candidates down here in New York and around the country, and at the federal level, at every level. You don't want that, because it becomes more about them and how much money they're making, and not about the people and the laws they're passing. Because you're in office for so long, you think, well, I got to pass a law to make it look like I'm doing something so I can get elected again. No, this country, how the branches of government, how a government's set up, is not about passing as many laws as you can. It's about passing as least as you can. The least amount of restrictions or regulations. That's what it's about, and you lose touch of that. You lose sight of that when you have these career politicians who are in office forever.
Also, I just want to point out one thing. I mean, if there are term limits, right, it gives the politicians more incentive to make good laws, because when they get out of office, they will be under those laws. So they want to make laws that if they were a regular civilian on the street, they would like. So that's another incentive for them.
Well, you two pretty much. I don't think I've ever been left speechless on this show. Yeah, I normally have a lot of stuff to say, but all right, way to go. Proud of both you. All right, let's move on.
That's what I do, Vito.
James Mathis today, ladies and gentlemen.
Johnny Mathis?
James Mathis.
Oh, I love Johnny Mathis.
General James Mad Dog Mathis.
Yep.
He was being confirmed today. Well, he was being questioned, rather, by the Senate. Mathis was asked a question, and I just want to see how the liberals turn this one now. He was asked a question on whether he would allow women and gays to serve in combat roles in the military. Kristen Gillibrand, the Democrat from New York. Yes, that loser. Sorry.
I met her. I had a meeting with her, actually.
How'd that go?
It was like a round table about college student tuition, the loans. And nothing got accomplished, surprisingly.
Shocking!
Yep.
Pretty much shocking. All right, so it's the Senator Gillibrand said, what about homosexuals serving openly in the military? This is what Mathis replies with. Frankly, Senator, I don't give a damn. No. He says, frankly, Senator, I've never cared much about two consenting adults and who they go to bed with. Gillibrand continues to press Mathis, and he responds with, Senator, my belief is what we have to stay focused on is a military that is so lethal that on the battlefield that it will be the enemy's longest day and their worst day when they run into that force. And he also said, here you go. He has no plans to oppose women in any aspect of the military. So explain to me how Donald Trump is a sexist and a homophobe. Go. Or the people in his administration. Go.
I don't know. But I could comment on the women and homosexuals in the Army.
What do you... Okay, go ahead. I want to hear this.
No, I just don't think... I'm fine with it. I just don't think that any standards should be lowered.
Well, good thing he said that the standards, quote, the standards are the standards, and when people meet the standards, that's the end of the discussion of that.
That's why I like this guy.
Hey, Mad Dog Matt is standing up for what he believes in. I like this guy, too.
They did recently lower the standards of belief for the women.
Yeah. They couldn't...
Which is terrible.
It is.
Terrible. You don't do that on the NFL team. Why would you do it for the military of the country?
No, there you go. What's more important?
Depends who you're talking to.
Unbelievable. All right, we're going to break here. The Vito and Vito show. Don't go anywhere. Forget about it. It's coming up here on Vito and Vito.
Who might you save?
Your mother, your father, your husband, uncle, aunt, son.
Learn FAST, F-A-S-T, the sudden signs of a stroke, and you could save
your friend, teacher, boss.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. F-A-S-T. That's F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in the recovery of
your neighbor, the waiter, grandmother, grandfather.
So learn FAST, the sudden signs of a stroke, then pass it on, because you never know who might save you.
Your wife, your colleague.
Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org, brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel? Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the California Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
Fighting the Common Core standards? Need a powerful tool to help inform others on this harmful education initiative? You're covered with Common Ground on Common Core, the collection of essays by 20 top education experts and activists. Reviewers call it the best single resource on the topic. You can share it with literally anyone. Order your print or digital copy of Common Ground on Common Core today. Just visit resoundingbooks.org. That's resoundingbooks.org. And get $2 off when you tell them Vito and Vito sent you. Paid for by Resounding Books Pack.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other
and had
in no
no
time.
idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm
don't
and
ignore
keep to the
this
plan.
message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at readypa.org, brought to you by Ready PA, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
And we're back here on we're back here on the Vito and Vito Show. Check out the website, VitoandVito.com. Give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Vito and Vito Show. Hi, Vito.
Hi, Vito.
Oh, poor fella. We're just picking on him here in the studio. What's the matter?
Nothing.
I know.
I was waiting for you. What time is it? Is it forget about time again?
No, it's time to plug a book. I want everybody to go check out this book because it's really good. As I pull it up here. Yeah, I know. I'm not bad. All right, here we go. Common Ground on Common Core. Voices from across the political spectrum. Expose the realities of the Common Core state standards when an ideologically diverse array of the nation's top education activists and experts come together within the pages of a single volume to speak out against the Common Core, state standards, and related initiatives in education. The magnitude of the issue could not be more clear. Yes, this book is about fighting the Common Core standards with voices from across the political spectrum. Liberals, conservatives, libertarians, and communists all come together in the book to tell you why Common Core is horrible. There's a foreword in the book by former Congressman Ron Paul, a patriot and liberty expert, and we want everybody to get together. People in the book are regular people, not big shots. There's some like a social worker, a local school board member, an education blogger, moms, lawyers, academic researchers, an engineer is even in the book. An engineer, Vito. We have an engineer in the book. So check it out, Common Ground on Common Core, voices from across the political spectrum, expose the realities of the Common Core state standards. And I want you all to go to VitoandVito.com, click on the link on the left-hand side of the screen. You can save 10%. Save 10%. That's 10%. Save 10% by typing in the promo code Vito and Vito. Yes, Vito and Vito is the promo code. Common Ground on Common Core, voices from across the political spectrum. Expose the realities of the Common Core state standards. This book is perfect for moms, education activists, possible school board attendants that want to fight. Go check out the book, Common Ground on Common Core. Go to VitoandVito.com, save 10%.
Wow. Forget about it? Forget about it. Forget about it.
Oh, forget about it. That's right. Forget about it. Moments of the week here on the Vito and Vito Show. All right, Vito, what do you got?
Ready for this?
Not really. But go ahead.
I hope you're ready.
No one's ready for these. Go ahead. You can never prepare for forget about it moments because you never know what you're going to find.
No.
The internet is just a treasure trove out there. There you go. Yeah, see what they got on BuzzFeed. Yeah, forget about it moments of the week. BuzzFeed. There's your first forget about it. The whole thing.
Well, I guess we'll start off with this.
Go ahead. What do you got?
A woman in Illinois was jailed. She was arrested on a felony charge after she was caught stealing 31 boxes of Trojan condoms. 31 boxes.
What was she convicted of? Say it again.
She was caught stealing 31 boxes of Trojan condoms.
It was a grand larceny or petty larceny? I mean,
that might be grand.
Did it pass the threshold?
Felony. That's $300 of condoms.
Well, what was she going to do with all these condoms?
I'm going to assume water balloons. What else? What other people?
Because that's a lot. I'm talking. That's a lot of.
Maybe she's stacking up. Maybe she's going to sell them, or maybe she's just going to have a long weekend.
Yeah, a long weekend.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be something. All right. Connor, what do you think about this? Really, Magnums?
Then she'll have a long weekend.
Maybe she's trying like one from all, like a wine tasting. Maybe she took a bunch of different ones.
I don't think they make that many.
Listen, if you need 31 boxes of condoms, she definitely has a side business. Okay?
And she stole them from Schnucks.
Schnucks.
The place is called
Schnucks. Schnuck. Can we say schmuck on the radio?
I think so. Are we allowed to?
Because you know what that is? That's a Jewish...
Right.
Okay. Which makes
Woody
sense.
Allen says
Which
it.
makes sense.
Oh! Okay, what else you got?
And she's... Wow. $50,000 bond. They're not letting her go.
Wow. She might go out and rob some more.
The cop who arrested her probably was looking for condoms. Like, he's about to get laid. And he can't find any of them because this lady stole them all. So he was probably pissed. That's what happened.
Horrific. What else you got? Please, what else do you have?
A European Parliament committee has voted in favor to propose granting legal status to robots, calling them electronic persons.
What?
In other news...
I don't even get that.
No, go back to that. Say it again.
A European Parliament has voted in favor to propose granting legal status to robots. In other news, I've given up on all of human society. It was approved by 17 votes and 2 abstentions. European Parliament Committee on Legal Affairs.
What does that even mean? Like robots have their own
electronic persons?
Is it like a green card or something?
Like iRobot? You know, like those futuristic stuff?
Yeah, what is that? Like 5,000 years in the future? They're already looking at this stuff now?
They propose that, quote, the most sophisticated anonymous robots could be established as having the status of electronic persons with specific rights and obligations, including that making good any damage.
So Siri has rights now?
That's what I was going to say. Who does that include? Does that include Siri?
Siri, do this. No.
I have rights. Like a woman. Oh! Wow. I went there. I'm not backing down from that.
There goes any
what?
Any political career.
I don't give a damn.
Oh, you say that half of the demographic is women to begin with?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I was just making a guess.
I hope so.
I'm being positive here.
It's being positive. There we go.
Robots have feelings. Robots matter. Robot lives matter.
Robot lives matter. I like that. That's good. Robot lives matter. All right,
so I could sexually harass my phone now?
No.
I don't think so.
No, it has rights, bro.
No, so I can sexually harass it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, has rights.
So,
what?
This is terrible.
Why?
Because I've exposed myself many times to my cell phone.
Well, then, what are you doing on your phone? What could you possibly be doing on your phone?
HD. You know when you take a shower, you listen to music on your phone, you leave it out. What do you think I'm talking about? Sick people on the show, I'm telling you.
Okay, what else?
Anyway, on a sadder note, sick note actually, a girl on social media live streamed for 20 minutes her suicide.
Oh, it's terrible.
She said that she was sexually abused by a relative, and on video, streaming it to many people, she hung herself.
Oh, that's awful.
Wow.
Absolutely awful.
Yeah. So that's.
Wait a minute. So she live streamed this and nobody did anything about it? Like,
what can you do?
This is like forget about society. Like people were watching this and not like
He's
call
right.
the cops right away.
She was probably just talking and venting and explaining how like her uncle or somebody
It
touched her.
said she killed herself on live stream. Read it again.
Yeah, but then I don't think you expected it. It's not like, hey, come watch me hang myself. It's probably just a regular live stream. She's talking and venting, and then eventually she hangs herself. Well, what could you do? You can't yell at her. You can't say stop or grab the rope.
Well, was she talking about like rainbows and unicorns prior to this? She might have been like, I'm sad. I think I want to kill myself. As soon as she says that, you call the cops, you call moms, you call anybody, bro.
I know, but within a couple of minutes of live stream,
I don't know.
Might have been able to save her. No,
yeah, they might have been able to save her. Who
knows?
knows?
We don't
whatever.
know what people did.
20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes they could save her.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Could be. We don't know what's going on.
On a happier note, Paul Anka is set to perform My Way at the inauguration. I don't know if that's a good segue, but yeah, Paul Anka's going to perform My Way at the inauguration. That's going to be good, Vito.
I like My Way.
He's changing up the lyrics for the first dance, the inaugural dance between Melania and Donald. Huh? Yeah, he's changing some of the lyrics.
Well.
Now, Sinatra's one of my favorites. He is my favorite, actually. My Way is my personal favorite song. That is my drinking song.
I like Paul Anka.
When I'm drinking, I put on My Way. And I sing as if I'm about to die. Like I'm going into battle, and I sing that song. My Way, yeah, pretty much. My Way is on all day. Very good, Connor.
It's on loop.
It's on loop, because it is my drinking song. Put 2 and 2 together. It's going to be fun. I'm a big fan of Paul Anka. Did you know Paul Anka was not invited to join, little Rat Pack talk here. Paul Anka was not invited to join the Rat Pack back in the 60s with Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Joey Bishop, and Peter Lawford. I know their names.
Really?
Yeah. Even though he was a part of the same social scene, he wasn't invited. He was invited, but he didn't want to be a part of it.
Why not?
Because he felt they were too risque. He said there was. If you read his biography, Paul
and
Anka,
now he's singing for Donald Trump.
Paul Anka talks about how they were like orgies in the steam room and like the with women and whatnot and
whatnot. That's.
Can I be in the Rat Pack? Sign me up.
Would have been a nice time, right? I mean, that seems like a party.
Maybe that's why she needed 31 boxes of condoms.
Was she going to the Rat Pack?
It all makes sense.
If we can comprise a new Rat Pack, females, males, now trannies. If you could pick 5 people you'd want to hang out with, who would you pick?
5 people?
5, any celebrity.
Oh, look at that! There's 5 members of the Rolling Stones.
All right, check. Who do you got?
Wait, living or dead?
Don't matter.
Oh, okay, this stuff. Okay, so you definitely got Mick Jagger.
All
right. Rick James, David Bowie, George Michael.
What?
So half the people that died last year.
Yeah. It was a very rough year.
Hold on. Wait a second. So we got Mick Jagger,
of course.
Questionable. David Bowie, questionable. George Michael, confirmed. Who else?
Rick James,
questionable. And who's the next one?
Cher. No, I'm kidding.
So you want a gay orgy is what you're telling me.
That wouldn't be a bad choice.
Do you agree? I don't know who my 5th would be. Maybe Sinatra.
Sinatra's not hanging around with George Michael.
Oh,
Prince.
At the same time, I gotta be like, hey, come over, George Michael, Mick Jagger in my house. Is that? Or I gotta just like, they're there.
Say, Connor, who do you have for your dream Rat Pack?
Do you want the joke answer or the real answer?
I don't care.
All right, so I'll give you the real answer. Miley Cyrus, Cher, Meryl Streep, Hillary Clinton, and Michelle Obama.
So you want a liberal orgy. So if you don't want the gay orgy, you want a liberal orgy.
All women liberal orgy.
You're kidding. You're kidding me.
Well, because they're liberal doesn't mean they're liberal in bed.
Yeah, really.
Remember that.
Wait,
they're probably the more conservative. They're the ones that's going to claim rape if you touch them the wrong way.
Honestly, I don't know, actually. If I really had to choose, I really don't know. 5 people? Let me write this down. Take like a couple weeks to figure this out.
Unbelievable.
All right. Call into the next show. Vito, we got you.
Who are you?
I can't believe it, George Michael. The original Rat Pack. I'm fine with the original Rat Pack. I don't gotta get George Michael in this.
Really? Fine, because you're not coming over when I'm hanging out with George Michael then.
Yeah. Are you gonna steal condoms too, Vito? How many condoms are you gonna steal?
32 boxes.
32.
I'm gonna have a need.
Oh.
Well, I'm not gonna use them.
Really?
You're sick. You're twisting everything. You're like BuzzFeed over here.
Oh, you're funny.
You're twisting everything I'm saying. You're assuming.
Fake news. I like this.
News.
Getting off.
Spring things.
Getting beat up over here. Did you know, by the way, Mick Jagger had a kid, Vito?
Yeah, recently.
You ain't believe that? How old is he?
He's 73. Had his 8th child.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
At least he's still good.
Yeah, good for him, but he's 73. Think about it. The kid will be 20.
When the kid's 21, Mick Jagger
21,
might be dead.
Might be dead.
No, Mick Jagger's gonna live forever. That's
kind of sick.
They survived 2016. They survived everything.
Yeah.
Nothing's taking them down. I'm gonna knock on wood over
there. There you go. Go ahead.
All right.
Anyway, I want to thank everyone for listening to Vito and Vito Show. Check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Vito and Vito Show. We encourage you to listen to the program on Spreaker.com, and we encourage you to go to VitoandVito.com, check out the network listings to see where we are in your area, because we're probably in your neck of the woods. Vito and Vito, we want to thank you for listening to the Vito and Vito Show in Brooklyn.
It's nothing but the truth.